Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Bastian. I'm the Sales and Service Manager 3D at Saremco. In this video, we want to give you a better insight of our 3D printing material for permanent solutions, Saremco Print CROWNTEC. I will show you the entire workflow from the preparation of a print to the post-treatment and get the best results. But before that, Sven will explain our validation strategy, which aims to provide a large group of users, and also why validation must meet high regulatory requirements and our own high standards.
Here at Saremco, we strive for high-quality products. With our Saremco Print CROWNTEC, we developed a high-performance resin which has already a high user base all around the world. CROWNTEC is currently part of many ongoing studies to ensure durability, color stability, or fatigue strength of the product. We also conduct many studies with partner institute. For example, we just finished a 10 years chewing simulation with a single unit crown with brilliant results. It's available on various printer and curing units. From a regulatory point of view, we have to make sure that we validate each device properly in-house. During printer validation, our team verifies the accuracy and the fit across the build platform, reproducibility and speed of each printer. Validation of the curing unit mainly focuses on the physical properties of the product. The physics must meet Saremco's high standard to be called a permanent restoration. In the past few years, we saw an enormous speed of development of devices. We want to make sure to make our product available for as many users as possible. On one hand, we have high performance curing unit which end up in very good results. On the other hand, we see LED curing units coming up, which are very compact, less expensive and sometimes a lot faster. But those units sometimes doesn't cover the full wavelength we need to fully cure Saremco Print CROWNTEC. These can lead to a slightly yellowish effect. That means we have to find a good balance between perfect physical properties and good shades. Curing for too long ends up in perfect physical results, but also in a more yellowish effect. On the other hand, curing too short gives a lighter shade with less yellowish effect, but also with less physical properties. Therefore, our team is really looking to find the best possible outcome with each curing device. At the end, the most important part are the physical properties, and we always ensure that physical strength of the printed restoration always meets the high standards we need to have to call it permanent restoration. To get rid of this yellowish effect working with an LED cure unit, watch the upcoming videos together with Bastien.
So here we are starting the video right after the designing part. I am not giving you the only way to prepare a print with our material. There are experienced people out there who will give you even better advices, but here is a way that always succeeds with my prints. Make sure that the slicer software and printer is updated. Select the right print profile or parameter of your specific printer. Select a STL file in your slicing tool. Place the object on the occlusal surface. Make sure not having too many supports, as it could change the surface and it can be hard to be removed. And in the other hand, not having enough supports can cause print failure. You can make a shadow or bounding box for the first layer on the print platform so that the bottom part of the supports are strong enough for the suction of the platform. Send the build to your printer. Make sure to have a clean tray and enough resin in it for a successful print. Carefully protect the resin tray with the printer's UV cover, as it can already start curing after a few minutes. And then you are ready to start the print. Just a little tip for storing the resin. The tray can also be stored in a light-proof container without having to put the resin back in the bottle. So here is our printed crown, ready for the cleaning procedure. Basically, we recommend you to work under yellow light due to its light sensitivity to avoid pre-curing resin, as it can already start to cure after a few minutes. We start recording with yellow light, but for the video quality we switch to normal light. So the first move is removing the supports. You can use a cutter or with your fingers. This is totally up to you. The next step is very important to clean manually and make sure to avoid IPA ultrasonic bath. Why? Because it drops the physical properties to 30%. So the permanent solution will end as a temp solution, or even worse, cracks can appear over time. So as you can see, I use a micro brush and a cloth. I pour a little bit of IPA and I wipe off the excess of the material. Make sure to clean inside the crown as well with a micro brush. Here you can see it's still oily, and this is why now I'm heading over the sink. I pour again a little bit of IPA all over the crown, then I blow the excess away. The crown should be dry and clean and ready to place into the curing unit. I'm actually using the auto flash, so I will start with 2000 flashes with nitrogen, and then I will flip over the object and I start a second cure with 2000 flashes again, but without nitrogen. Nitrogen is a plus to remove this shining effect and actually make it matte and dry. Before placing the object in the curing unit, make sure to use the right settings, as each curing unit validated with Saremco Print CROWNTEC has different time settings and parameters. To highlight what Sven explained in the previous video, we have validated several curing units. Some of them do not cover the full wavelengths in order to activate the initiator system in the material, which create this yellowish effect after curing. It is very important to keep in mind that settings on curing units are a balance between physical properties and color. That is why I have prepared another video giving you some tips and additional further steps. Before going through each additional step after curing, let me explain about the color. Here is an example of checking the color of your printed object. First, you see the object pretty white as a bleach color, but once you look on a white background, the color does not appear as good as before. So what I do is checking the object always on my hand to kind of simulate the gum in a patient mouth. Now on the left, it is a crown cured with auto flash, and on the right, a crown cure with the LED curing unit. Let's compare both on a white surface plus on my hands to see the difference. The right one is definitely yellow, but don't worry, I will give you now the next step to end up with good results. If you have in your lab or clinic an autoclave, I would highly recommend it. For those who don't have an autoclave in house, place the crown into boiling water for at least 2 minutes. For the autoclave, place the crown into it and start the program at 134 degrees for 5 minutes. Now you can already see the yellowish isn't that obvious anymore. But to improve even more, use a handheld light cure for 2 minutes, 20 seconds in high power. So now let's do the second round. And here we are with the pretty close same and final results. In these 3 pictures, you can see the 3 stages and the impact of those 2 additional steps. These additional steps are very important to follow to ensure a shade as close as expected. I don't want to get too much into details for that part, but I just want to give you some advices. Every user is different and proceed its own way. Make a manual polishing or by adding varnish. Here you can see that I'm using the manual polishing way. Saremco Print CROWNTEC is simple to polish and give a smooth finish by using a composite polishing tools, for example Robinson brush with polishing paste. It is, in my personal opinion, the best way to finalize a crown. Using varnish will give you a great aesthetics, but after a few months in a patient's mouth, due to saliva and abrasion, the varnish will peel off and get into the human body. Thank you for watching our videos. We hope you found it helpful in achieving your goals. If you have any further questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. See you next time.